Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be looking at this, which is Romana 2's Sonic Screwdriver. This prop only briefly appeared once in the Doctor Who episode The Horns of Nimon, and it was used by actress Lala Ward.
Well, listen, as soon as he brings the High Metrosite...
I shall know what to do with it.
Good girl, Romana. Now listen, I'm popping back to the TARDIS to get some gear. Here, take this, you might need it.
No thank you. I've made my own.
Oh, really? Really? You made this? Not bad. Bit basic, though. Huh. Thank you. Now.
Doctor.
Yes? Oh. So sorry.
Thank you.
Now to discuss the history of the prop and how I eventually got to this design. After its appearance in the Horns of Nimon, the prop's actual design was slightly lost to time to most of us who hadn't seen the original. Much like the classic Sonic Screwdriver prop, there was never any proper close-up images taken, so our best guesses came from screenshots and rumours.
Don't you think it looks like an aerial?
Now, it has to be said, out of all of the replicas I've seen, the closest attempt was the design made by Terranova and Collingwood Replicas. Whilst not 100% perfect, it did manage to capture most of the main elements. Now, the whereabouts of the original prop, according to a few sources on the internet, vary, but some believed Lala Ward herself ended up with it. This, however, I can't confirm without speaking to her myself. However, something I noticed, which I don't know if everyone else knew, was that the Romana Sonic Screwdriver was given away as a prize on a BBC children's programme in the 1980s. The programme was The Multicoloured Swap Shop, which was hosted by Noel Edmonds, who some of you may know, but if you don't know, you may recognise him from the Children in Need Doctor Who 30th Anniversary special, Dimensions in Time, where he appeared alongside John Pertwee to introduce it.
You're the Doctor! You're absolutely right. I heard it was thick. I thought they were talking about his waist.
A comedy skit he did with Sylvester McCoy, and being in the jungle with Captain Jack Harkness himself, John Barrowman. The guest appearing was Sarah Sutton, who played Nyssa alongside Tom Baker and Peter Davison. She was on there to promote the story The Keeper of Traken, and this is in fact how I found the clip, as it was on the DVD bonus features of that particular story, and I randomly ended up watching it.
That's it. Okay. Can we have a swap, please, Sarah?
Yes.
And we're still getting the snow coming down here. We've failed to work earlier in the programme and we're now getting covered in it.
We've got a Doctor Who game and an annual.
All the Dalek goodies from Houston Doctor Who, yeah?
TARDIS money box, tea caddy, scarf,
What's
T-shirt.
this amazing device here?
This is what's known as a servo shut-off.
Of course.
Yes, of course.
Silly
Made by
me.
Peter Logan. And Adric and I make this in The Keeper of Traken.
A servo shut-off?
Yes.
What exactly does it shut off?
Ah, that's a good question. I'm not too sure
don't
about
know
that.
anything about it at all.
No, not really. This is Romana's Sonic Screwdriver.
Yeah, I thought that.
Yes, and this is a segment of The Key of Time signed by Tom Baker, and there's also a photograph of Tom Baker and Peter Davison signed.
Lovely. Terrific. And I need a question, please, so that we can...
Question is, what is the name of the renegade Time Lord whose special gun can reduce a person to the size of a doll?
I wouldn't dream of repeating that, so that's answers please on a postcard to us here for Sarah's swap. And some Doctor Who fan can get themselves a... What did you say it was again? I've forgotten.
Servo shut-off.
A servo shut-off. Yes,
bedside
well,
lamp.
if you're having trouble with your servos, you can shut it off with that.
As you can see, alongside the Sonic Screwdriver, the other prizes included a signed segment of The Key to Time and the servo shut-off from The Keeper of Traken, which was in fact made using the computer sphere from the 1979 story The Destiny of the Daleks. The servo shut-off prop has ended up in the collection of Colin Young, a friend of mine, and I believe a few years ago he posted these photos on Facebook. Not much to do with the Romana Sonic, but some of you may find it interesting. Eventually, a collector managed to obtain the swap shop prop from the original winner, and after a series of events, I ended up seeing a close-up image of it. But I've promised not to share the image online, so sadly at this time I can't reveal it. I have, however, shown the image to a handful of people to confirm its authenticity. I then used this image to create my first replica of it. Whilst working at Rubbertoe Replicas on their run of 4th Doctor Sonic Screwdrivers in 2017, Nick Rubbertoe asked me to produce him a prototype Romana Sonic Screwdriver to use as a reference and a copy when making the official BBC replica run. My prototype was then, as far as I can tell, used for promotional images in the original box after being shined up a little bit, but I can't 100% confirm this, but judging by the tape it looks that way, and it appeared on the Rubbertoe Replica's Instagram account during progress shots of the batch. But now to look at the prop. Just like the original Swap Shop prop, it was made using turned aluminium. There were rumours of it being a telescopic aerial, but from the image I've seen it appears to be a single piece or two pieces of aluminium rod. However, it is a common belief that there is a second prop, which is perhaps the one that Lala Ward is in possession of, but as far as I'm concerned, this one is based on the Swap Shop prop, which when compared to the episode screenshots seems to match up perfectly. Seeing as it was only used once as well, I personally doubt there was more than one, but who knows. There were theories the prop was reused later on in the episode State of Decay.
Asking about scientists in the centre. All right, it's time for some answers.
What do you mean? Who are we? Where do we come from? That sort of thing?
It'll do for a start.
Come on. Let's not talk about us. This looks much more interesting.
However, to my eyes it appears to be a different prop to the one seen in the Horns of Nimon. The decoration on the prop is rather simple. It's just matte black spray paint in all the grooves and holes, and then, like on the original, coloured electrical tape wrapped around it. I did at one point attempt to paint on the tape details, but much like the props from this era of the show, the simplistic nature of the tape definitely helps with making it look more genuine, I feel. But anyway, that about rounds off this video. There's not much left to say about the design, as it is rather minimalistic in comparison to the Doctor's more complicated screwdriver. However, this is the bit of the video where I just kind of cover myself in saying that everything I've said in this video is rather speculative. I'm not going to say that what I've said is gospel, but what I've tried to give you there is I've given you the clips, some of the things I know about the prop, and stuff like that, so you can make your own judgment, but I've kind of sewn it together in a nice story for you where it is. It appeared in the Horns of Nimon, a prop, the Romana sonic screwdriver, was given away on Swap Shop, and then someone ended up with it, and then that's how we made the replicas. However, there are rumours of there being a second prop, so we don't know if maybe they made a nicer version of the prop to be given away on Swap Shop, and there was originally one prop that had an aerial on it and stuff like that, but I've seen no evidence of it, only heard from friends that this thing existed, possibly. So without going to Lala Ward, or Lala Ward, I don't know if I've been saying it wrong, but Lala Ward, if I go to Lala Ward and she turns around and goes, you know, I do actually have, 10 of these screwdrivers at home. There was 10 of them. And I go, oh, well, of course. Then I'll update the video. But until that time, this is all I know for people who have been asking me, what do I know? And here it all is. There is the clips and everything. And that is how the Rubbertoe Replicas one got made. And that is basically the general gist of the entire history of this prop. I will do a part 2 if any more information comes up or anything, and if you enjoyed this video then do let me know. I'll happily do some more about various other props. I was trying something different because I thought it was more interesting than me just sort of waving my hands about behind the camera talking about a prop whilst having a static one and the thing with clips and stuff. This time it seemed more interesting. I now realise this end card is probably as long as the video, but this is the rambling bit where I kind of just sort of talk at you and try and establish this. But anyway, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, goodbye.